Something is seriously off with Justin Bieber. Over the last few days, his Instagram has turned into a stream of raw emotion, cryptic messages, and spiritual confessions. Not your average celebrity post, this feels like something else entirely. Some fans are calling it a meltdown. Others, they say it's a spiritual awakening. Or maybe even a quiet cry for help. But whatever it is, one thing is clear, Justin isn't holding back any more from calling out fake loyalty and emotional manipulation, to questioning the very system that's profited off his fame. He's posting messages that feel more like journal entries than public captions. Honest, unfiltered, and a little unsettling. And just when fans thought they were starting to piece it all together, he dropped a line that many believe was a subtle but brutal jab at Benny Blanco, Selena Gomez's current boyfriend. Yes, he went there. But it didn't stop there, because in between spiritual quotes and emotional spirals, Justin also posted about Jesus ketamine and being exhausted by an industry that treats him like a machine. And what makes this even wilder? Selena posted something eerily similar just hours later. Same vibe, same message, same timing. Is it a coincidence? Or are they still communicating through these digital breadcrumbs? Today, we're breaking it all down. The messages, the meaning, the rumors, and whether this is Justin's personal unraveling, or his final attempt to reclaim control over a life he never fully owned. Let's get into it. The first wave of messages caught everyone off guard. They weren't just vague celebrity quotes or PR-safe affirmations. These were bold, direct statements, spiritual, emotional, and deeply personal. In one of the most talked about posts, Justin wrote, "Telling other humans they deserve something is like raising someone else's kids. Who are you to tell someone what someone should or shouldn't have?" The words carried a mix of bitterness and awakening. It didn't feel like a rant, it felt like someone confronting years of manipulation, maybe even abuse in plain sight. Fans immediately started connecting dots: old managers, past friends, toxic mentors. Who was he really talking about? He went on, "Loyalty is manipulative language. Loyalty is a duty. It's an obligation. That's not free will." That line hit people hard. For years, loyalty has been one of the core values his team, his fans, and even his close circle claimed to stand for. But now, Justin was flipping the whole idea on its head. He wasn't calling for more loyalty, he was tearing the word down, exposing it as a form of emotional control. "Mafia members use loyalty to keep people in their gangs," he wrote. "Let's not perpetuate this manipulative language. Love over loyalty forever." It was bold, it was raw. And for many fans, it was the first time they saw Justin put language to the pain he's been carrying for years. Then the tone shifted from frustrated to spiritual. He began to talk about forgiveness, about God, about the need to surrender. In one post, he said, "I'm accepting that God forgives me this morning so I can forgive myself and others today. Join me if you want." It felt less like a sermon, and more like a man trying to reclaim his peace. The heaviness in his words wasn't just sadness, it was spiritual fatigue. A sense that Justin had spent years being told who to be, how to act, what to give, and now he was trying to take it all back. But just when fans thought he was calming down, another message dropped, darker, more wounded. He wrote, "People still keep making me think if I work hard on myself, I'll be better like them. But the harder I work on myself, the more I think about myself." It was the kind of sentence that speaks to someone who's been trapped in endless self-help loops. Therapy, prayer, effort, all with the promise that maybe one day, if he just tries hard enough, he'll finally be good. But Justin wasn't buying that anymore. "The only thing that helps me think about others is to let go, not try harder. Join me in letting go of trying harder," he said. That line stopped people in their tracks. It wasn't just about hustle culture. It was about survival. Justin was peeling back the layers of a system that praised him for working through the pain, as long as he stayed productive. And now he was saying no. No more pushing, no more pretending, no more performing healing, just to make everyone else feel better. And in doing that, and exposing how exhausted and human he really is, he gave voice to a part of himself we rarely see. The part that isn't curated, edited, or rehearsed, just real, just tired. And finally ready to speak. But just when it seemed like Justin was regaining some spiritual clarity, He dropped a message that left fans stunned and confused. It wasn't a quote or a metaphor. It was a question, blunt, clinical, and emotionally charged. Has ketamine been used to control people's emotions? That was it. A single sentence posted on his story, and immediately the internet exploded. Some thought it was a philosophical thought. Others believed it was deeply personal, maybe even a reference to his own experiences. Within minutes, screenshots of the post spread across Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. And when fans realized he was talking to ChatGPT and that the AI responded with a simple yes, it only deepened the mystery. Was Justin researching trauma? Was he questioning past treatments? Or was he accusing someone of manipulating him using prescription drugs? Whatever the case, the tone shifted again. His next post was colder, sharper, more broken. He wrote, "This is how I feel after people keep telling me there's more work to do after I've given everything I have to give." You could feel the fatigue bleeding through the words, not just physical exhaustion, but a deeper emotional collapse. I don't think any of us can handle hearing. You just gotta try a little harder and you'll be like me. He sounded done with proving himself, done with the grind, done with being told that healing and success are just one more effort away. "I tried," he wrote, "and there's no end to trying to earn your spot in this life." When it hit fans hardest, Justin wasn't just venting. He was mourning the years he spent chasing worthiness. Then, in the middle of all this emotional collapse, came the rage. A message so intense that even longtime fans were shocked by its bitterness. "I will never be like you. You have nothing I want. Your face in life looks undesirable. Let's be real." It was vicious. No filters, no PR polish. And as soon as that post went up, it vanished, deleted within hours. But the damage was done. Screenshots flooded social media and people began speculating who the target was. Was it a manager? A label executive? A fake friend? Or just a nameless critic who crossed the line? The next post only added fuel to the fire. He wrote, "You're so focused on what I'm doing while I keep getting to wake up me. You have to wake up you. Damn, I'd hate to wake up and be you. LMFAO, you look dumb as hell right now." Then came the final stab. "If you're on my page right now, especially if you're simply here to hate, you F asterisk asterisk and weirdo." It was pure venom. Fans were divided. Some laughed, thinking it was Justin clapping back at trolls. Others were genuinely concerned, because beneath the sarcasm was something darker. A man in emotional freefall trying to fight shadows that only he could see, and yet he didn't stop there. Just when things couldn't feel more unhinged, Justin posted what many believe was the most pointed and suspicious caption yet, and fans are convinced it was aimed directly at Benny Blanco, Selena Gomez's current boyfriend. He wrote, "The biggest thing lately I've been getting is, calm down, Justin." Then, without hesitation, he snapped back in the caption, "No, you calm down. You couldn't live with the pressure I faced for 1 second, puss." It was brutal, unapologetic, and unmistakably personal. The language wasn't vague anymore. This wasn't a philosophical reflection or some spiritual musing. This was fire. And whoever it was aimed at, Justin wanted them to feel it, but it didn't end with the aggression. There was another post that shook people in a different way, not because of its intensity, but because of what it symbolized. Justin reposted a message from someone expressing concern, saying, "I'm worried about Justin Bieber. There is so much heartbreak in his life." It could have been an opportunity for empathy, a moment to soften. But instead, Justin responded coldly, "Worry about yourself, Gramps." The response hit like ice. Some fans laughed it off, thinking he was being sarcastic or edgy, but others weren't so sure. That kind of defensiveness, that rejection of concern, didn't feel like a joke. It felt like a wall going up, the kind of wall you build when you've been burned one too many times. And while Justin was posting cryptic captions, spiritual rants, and intense clapbacks, Hailey Bieber was living in what seemed like a completely different reality. She was posting bikini photos from a tropical location, promoting a brand, or simply enjoying the sun, while Justin, somewhere else entirely, was unraveling online. On the surface, they were still connected. He even posted a screenshot of a FaceTime call with her. But the emotional contrast between their feeds was impossible to ignore. Hailey looked calm, curated, glowing. Justin looked like he was slipping. Deeper into some kind of personal crisis stop and came a detail that sent fans into full-blown conspiracy mode. In Hailey's tropical photo set, she was seen wearing a cowboy hat, not just any cowboy hat, but one eerily similar to the one Selena Gomez had worn days earlier at Beyoncé's concert. It wasn't just the look, it was the timing. The hat, the pose, the soft lighting, it all felt familiar. Selena, after all, is from Texas. That country girl aesthetic has always been part of her style. She even recently dropped a song titled Cowboy on her new album. So now, once again, Hailey is seen echoing something fans associate with Selena, and people started asking, is this a coincidence or is it something deeper? A silent competition? An aesthetic rivalry? Or maybe just subconscious mimicry? But things got even stranger. Almost spiritual. Justin shared a screenshot from a messaging app, showing a conversation where someone was talking about forgiveness and Jesus. The message read, Jesus is for freedom. Jesus is for forgiveness. Forgiveness is for freedom. Freedom is for everyone. Forgiveness is for everyone. Jesus is for everyone. And then, just 2 hours later, Selena Gomez posted a new carousel of photos. One image stood out immediately. She was holding a miniature statue of Jesus. It had a ribbon wrapped around it that read, Jesus loves you. No caption, no explanation. Just the image, and in that moment, everything changed. Fans across the internet paused. That kind of synchronicity, same message, same symbol, same timing, it couldn't be accidental, could it? Was this spiritual alignment just a coincidence? Or were these two people once in love and still bound by shared faith, communicating in the only way they know how, silently, symbolically, and through the public eye? The question was no longer just, is Justin okay? Now, people were asking, are Justin and Selena still spiritually connected? And honestly, the answer didn't feel so far-fetched anymore. Just as the Jesus symbolism began trending across fan pages, another bizarre overlap emerged, this time wrapped in something deceptively simple: cherries. Selena Gomez posted a photo wearing a white t-shirt with a bold red message, "You're my cherry pie." The lyric came straight from one of her new songs, a sweet phrase, romantic but playful and instantly recognized by her fans. It could have been dismissed as just another cute outfit post, until the next day when Justin Bieber posted a photo of himself holding a white mug. On the front of the mug, the word cherry written in the exact same shade of red. No explanation, no reference to her post. Just an image, and that was all it took. The internet lit up again. Fans pulled out timestamps comparing upload times, lighting, captions. Was Justin responding to her? Was this a silent echo of the same lyric, or was it just a coincidence? The deeper you looked, the harder it became to write off. These weren't just random visuals anymore. These were deliberate choices, and in the context of their shared history, they felt like coded messages. Energy exchanged through objects, feelings passed through symbols. Not everything needs a caption when the world already knows the backstory. But if that wasn't enough, the final moment that brought everything full circle came when Justin posted a smiling selfie with a short but haunting caption, "The secret in this life is forgiveness." It was soft, simple, almost uncharacteristic compared to the chaos of his earlier posts. But it felt like an emotional landing, a moment of clarity after the storm. And yet, fans couldn't help but hear it as a direct reference to a particular line from one of Selena's newest songs. In it, she sings, "But I had a dream. You said you were sorry. Sorry for everything that you put on me." Our eyes were bawling rain. We finally both forgave. It wasn't just a lyric. It was a mirror, a reflection of everything Justin had just posted. The exhaustion, the emotional rupture, the desire to let go, and above all, the need to be forgiven, to forgive, and to finally breathe again. Side by side, his post and her. Lyrics felt less like coincidence and more like spiritual resonance, a shared dream, a shared past, and maybe, just maybe, a silent conversation still taking place beneath the surface. At this point, the question wasn't, are Justin and Selena still in contact? The real question became, are they still energetically entangled, communicating through faith, memory, and timing? And for fans who followed their story for years, this didn't feel like an ending. It felt like a new chapter, one spoken in signs, and just when it seemed like the storm had passed, Justin addressed one of the most dangerous narratives surrounding him, the growing speculation that he was a victim of abuse by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. In an increasingly chaotic online environment where fan theories were spiraling out of control, Justin made one thing very clear. He wasn't staying silent to protect anyone. He was stepping in to protect the truth. According to People magazine, a source close to Justin stated that he was not a victim of Diddy, nor did he want his name associated with that case. He urged fans and media outlets to stop dragging his name into headlines that had nothing to do with him so that the focus could stay on the real victims. It was a bold move, not just to clear his name, but to stop the internet from hijacking his pain and turning it into content. But even after that clarification, fans couldn't shake the feeling that Justin's anger and heartbreak were still directed at someone. And when you look closely, the signs all seem to point towards Scooter Braun, his former manager and longtime business partner. Multiple outlets have reported growing tension between the two, tension that goes far beyond but typical business falling out. Behind closed doors, their relationship was allegedly deteriorating. And now, sources close to Scooter have reportedly said they feel disappointed or even embarrassed by Justin's recent behavior. One headline hit particularly hard. Scooter feels guilty for not providing therapy access to his artists during tours. It painted a darker picture, one of emotional neglect under the weight of endless performance. Then came the financials. Reports surfaced that Justin still owes Scooter Braun upwards of $8 million, with some fans speculating that his silence, his posts, and even his public breakdowns were rooted in one thing: burnout and bondage. He's no longer just an artist. He's a product still under contract. A product that must perform, tour, deliver, and generate, no matter the cost to his mental health. That's when the phrase "Free Justin" started trending again online, not just as a joke or a meme, but as a real plea. Free him from the industry. Free him from the obligation to be on all the time. Free him from the handlers, the schedules, the headlines. Free him from contracts that keep cashing in on a soul that's already broken. And maybe that's what all these posts were about. Maybe. Justin isn't spiraling, maybe he's fighting. Not with fists, but with captions. Not with interviews, but with screenshots and timing. This wasn't a PR stunt. It wasn't some album rollout tactic. It felt real and raw, and far more painful than anything a marketing team would ever approve. So, what do you think? Is Justin Bieber trying to sever the last emotional ties to his past, from Scooter to Selena, from the industry to his own expectations? Or is this simply the sound of a man finally screaming back at a world that never let him rest? Whichever side you fall on, one thing is undeniable. The old Justin is gone, and what comes next? Only he gets to decide that now.